It's the EST Rink Report. Tom Gazzola with Derek Van Diest from NHL.com. What we thought was going to be a quiet Tuesday around the Edmonton Oilers was not a quiet Tuesday around the Edmonton Oilers. I just watched the Golden Knights have a very optional practice. Had a chance to catch up with Gary Lawless. You'll see that on Wednesday. But DVT, McDavid's hurt.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? No one really noticed, did they? No one, they noticed he took practice off yesterday, took practice off today. I guess yesterday was kind of they gave us a warning. They said, hey, guys might be taking practice off, so don't worry about it. It's not alarming if a guy takes practice off.
But yesterday, most of the team took practice off.
Yeah.
12 guys skated.
Yeah, so today, when he wasn't out there, obviously it was a bit of a red flag.
Yeah.
Asked Chris Knobloch about it, and then he said, yeah, he's day-to-day with lower body injury, which is, we kind of went through the video and trying to find exactly where he got hurt.
Yeah.
And there's a few different possibilities that we think where he got hurt. But his last shift was with about 2.5 minutes left to go in the third period. Drove to the net, was taken down by Blake Coleman, got up, went straight to the bench 33 seconds into his shift. So we thought that was a little strange.
Yeah.
So whether he aggravated something on that play or that was the play, it looked like Coleman kind of fell on his trailing leg.
Yeah.
So maybe if that was the play that injured, that he suffered an injury, I don't know. But according to Chris Knobloch, he is day-to-day right now.
All right, so day-to-day, the Oilers do have 6 games remaining. They take on the Golden Knights for the last time this regular season. A lot can change. Western Conference, I know how tight the East is for that last playoff spot. The Islanders hanging in there as well. But in the West, there's a lot of movement that could happen for positioning. So this is an important game, especially for the Vegas Golden Knights. Why would you call up Dylan Holloway if McDavid is good to go on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think that was a telltale sign as well. Dylan Holloway gets the call up. So if McDavid can't go, then obviously Holloway goes in his spot. Obviously not the same player, but a bit of a skilled player. He's been playing well in the American Hockey League. So he comes up, he can fill that role, and I think the Oilers have to kind of obviously their scorings have to be more balanced, and some of the guys are going to have to step up and try and fill that role by committee. No one can replace Connor McDavid in the lineup. So I think that's one of the reasons they brought him up. But that was another sign is, okay, someone must be hurt if they bring in Dylan Holloway up, and it happened to be Connor McDavid.
Okay, I'll ask you this, because what happens when you have 3 days between games is you have to talk about the last game, the last couple of games. We saw a little bit of a blow-up. Corey Perry to Evander Kane. On Monday, everything was good. Perry and Kane's waiting around for Perry to finish up his press conference. And then he goes, "You're up, Kaner." And then Kane goes, "You're a blankety blank." Perry in a joking fashion, obviously. And they're trying to show everyone that they buried the hatchet. But Derek, you've been around this team for a long time. What's your take on the whole scenario?
My take on the whole scenario is that Corey Perry's a guy that knows how to win. He's been there. He's done that. He's won a Stanley Cup. He's gone to 3 finals with 3 different teams. So this guy knows that it's the details that matter when it comes to winning and losing. It's the little things. It's getting the puck in, not turning the puck over. And I think it was that play kind of in that period where Kane had the puck behind the net, and Perry wanted him to kind of cycle it back to him, keep possession of the puck. Kane threw it out in front. They ended up turning it over, and then they came back the other way. The Flames came back the other way in an odd man rush. And I think that's what he was trying to explain to him. I think it was a similar situation with Leon Draisaitl a week ago or so. It's the little things that matter, and they want Kane to be on the same page. And just the way the message is brought. It's brothers. Brothers fight. They're absolutely right. Fight with my brother all the time. You fight with your brother all the time.
I do,
it happens, right?
Yeah.
But if you're trying to all get on the same page, sometimes that message is a little stronger. And I think if Corey Perry is yelling at you, then you better be paying attention, because this guy knows what he's talking about.
Evander Kane, a couple of goals against the Colorado Avalanche. Is this guy back? Is he okay? I know he was a little bit nicked up, but what do you think about this team going into the couple of weeks here that remain in the regular season and then eventually the postseason, DVD, where this place is going to be an absolute zoo?
Yeah, I think everyone understands and realizes that you need Evander Kane in the playoffs. You need the playoff Evander Kane. If this team is going to get far, you need the guy that you saw in the playoffs last couple of years. And I think that's what everyone realizes, is that they need Evander Kane to get back, but those little details matter. So everyone knows how important he is to this group if they're going to win the Stanley Cup. And I think that's kind of the urgency there, is that, hey, we need you, buddy. You're a very important part of this group come playoff time. We're going to need your kind of physicality. We're going to need your aggressiveness. We're going to need your ability to get under people's skin, especially if they play Vegas.
Right.
All right. And so I think that's the message that they're trying to get across, is they know how important he is, and they know that he has to be on the same page, because they're all pulling in the same direction here, and they don't need anyone going off on their own tangent.
Last one for you. This Golden Knights team had a dip recently. They're back now, playing better. They did lose Monday night in Vancouver. What do you make of this Golden Knights team going to the postseason? Doesn't have an X beside its name in the standings yet.
No, and they're kind of limping into the playoffs again. And we just talked to Bruce Cassidy, and he said, hey, we're just trying to get in. And once we get in, hopefully we can get a bunch of guys back from injury. And, because they got so many key players out right now. Aiden Hill, Raw's out. They just got so many guys that they're missing from the lineup. And they just want to, let's just get in with what we have, and then worry about getting some of those guys back. And, who knows? Mark Stone might come back in the playoffs, right? And that would upset everybody if Mark Stone came back. Hurdle just came back, so he played his first game last night. So they're starting to get some guys back here, and that's the whole thing with the Vegas Golden Knights. I think that's why people are upset. They'll have a bunch of guys out. They'll just get into the playoffs, and then everyone shows up in the playoffs, and suddenly they're a healthy team again. And I think they're going in that similar direction this year.
It's going to be a lot of fun in this building on Wednesday night. Oilers and Golden Knights. They turned the lights off on us, DVD. That means get the hell out. Great Rink Report as always. Good stuff. Derek Van Diest from NHL.com. That is your EST Rink Report.